𝗪𝗪𝗁 family, Vie Darling, the Cosmic Queen and your intergalactic interpreter, and I just want to get a reading on like what are your blessings coming in right now. We're maybe gonna do a little pick a card actually, so we're gonna do 3 piles about what your blessings are. I'm gonna see what has been happening in your life and what blessings are coming to you right now, because I feel like there's just been so many negative energies out and like just like fucked up energy. I don't like to use the term negative, but it's like there's just been a lot of like contentious, problematic, chaotic energy as we are breaking free from the old matrix, and I want to see what blessings are coming to this collective, because we need more of that energy. We need to know more about what good stuff is happening. And overall, I do sense that a lot of you are coming out of a season of spiritual warfare. I'm not taking all of these, so we're gonna do 1 or 2 cards at most, Spirit. We're doing 1 or 2 cards at most. I'm not taking all of these. One, 2. That's it. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. We have been in an age of newness that has been dawning, and that is why like we are coming into a complete brand new time collectively. Complete brand new time. And that is why we have been experiencing all of these tower moments, all of this conflict, and all of this chaos. That's what's been going on. And you know, it might suck on the outside, but in the long run, you're going to be so grateful for riding out these shifts and these changes. Not only are you wiser, but you are freer. Like each and every single one of us is, and we are coming into a material shift. It's not just a spiritual or mental shift or energetic. It's like materially things are changing for this collective. Okay, so we're gonna get 1 or 2 cards about what your blessings are that are coming in this time. Okay, that's it. Overall, this is the end of the strife and the challenges and tribulations that you have been experiencing, most of you, your whole life. So let's see. Go ahead and pick between pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Give you a second to consider. Okay, so we're gonna go to pile 1 now. You've been going through a period of death and rebirth. You've been learning how to use your powers. You've been learning how to manifest better. You've been learning what has been getting in the way of your manifestations. The more that you have gone through these transformations, you think that you're just leaving stuff behind. You're not. You're also coming into a new world. You're also coming into a new life. And what I've been saying, if you've watched any of the videos that I've posted in the time that I've been like doing readings, I guess you could say, lately, if you watched any of the videos during the time that I'm posting this, I've been saying this, like, we have been generating a lot of energy, and we are holding on to that energy so that we can like be as high vibrational and potent and powerful as possible for us to blast through basically the atmosphere and come out on the other side. You know, like when a molecule changes states, it has to gather enough energy and frequency. It has to be moving fast enough for it to be able to jump to a different state and make a state change. Okay, when a rocket leaves the Earth and goes into the atmosphere, it has to be moving at a certain speed in order to get out of the atmosphere. So that's what I want to communicate to you about what you've been going through. I'm shuffling just because I need to do something with my hands, but Strength in reverse, Awaken in reverse. I do feel like you have been learning how to receive, and you've been learning about like the things that have been keeping you stuck and trapped and like low vibrational and outside of your power. Okay, your blessings that are coming in are 5 of Cups. Let's bring them in so you can see them. 5 of Cups and 6 of Wands. Honestly, I think that like 5 of Cups, I feel like there's inner grief. Six of Wands is definitely like you're finally going to be able to make all of the changes that you've been wanting to make. And some of that looks like finally the relationships that you've wanted to get rid of, like finally leaving your life. And no longer having to deal with like those dynamics. So like you can finally start putting the changes into action. And this maybe doesn't seem like all that much of a blessing, but it really is, because it's like, it has felt like you've been like pedaling your wheels, just like swimming in place kind of, but that's not true. Like if you've been like kicking your legs, swimming in place, like those kicks have been creating a whirling dervish underwater, a typhoon, and you are going to be just taken on this tremendous wave into a new experience, a new existence, where you're not going to experience this kind of contention that you have been experiencing. And the thing is, you had to get to the breaking point with those relationships in order for you to be able to move forward. So you're finally going to be able to mourn. You're finally going to be able to grieve. You're finally going to be able to move on and move forward and just like rest. And that is something that I feel like you really need to give yourself, is rest. Everything that you've been through. Yeah, I feel like you're just like, you're going to be able to, this is a stable foundation for you. And it's going to be really good. And I do feel like because so many good things are going to be coming in, it's just going to really be part of like, it's going to be overlapping essentially with your recognition of like how much your old life was lackluster and unfulfilling and even like frankly harmful. But this is the end of the nightmare for you. That shit is over. And I'm so happy for you. I love you so much, Pile 1. And I hope that this was helpful. And I hope that this helped you to feel some sort of, something to look forward to, okay? 9, 10. Hey, Pile 2. Let's get into it. Pile 2, you've been going through an ego death. This collective, I feel like you may have been somebody who thought they had it all, but had to realize that like all of the things that you had been hiding from, that have been like all of your self-sabotaging ways. But because you had so much, especially like material and like social, right? a lot of people, the people housed up got the lowest self-esteem. The prettiest people do the ugliest things on the road to riches and diamond rings. I've said this so much. People, like, most of the famous people that I know, most of them hate themselves. Most of them are super insecure, and you can actually just look at a lot of celebrities and be like, that person is insecure as fuck. Like, you know, that person is not sovereign. That person is like not like spiritually grounded. And I feel like you may have been living, I mean, this might even just be like you finally going through like your first awakening or something, but like you've gone through an ego death where you are realizing like how you were being of this world. Like you've come to realize that you are in this world, not of this world, and how you were acting like beneath your rank, and how you were choosing the mundane life, and you have been choosing the worldly life over the sacred life as a sovereign. And this has been super uncomfortable for you. It usually is. This is like some tower moment type stuff. But it's been so that you could learn to love yourself. I feel like you have monitoring spirits around you, and you're gonna want to do some cord removals for sure. You have a lot of people preying on your energy. You have a lot of people around you that like may have been pretending like they were your friends, but they're not actually your friends. These are people who you might be famous actually. You have a lot of eyes on you, or you have the potential to be famous, but you had to go through all of these lessons in order for you to really be self-sovereign and in your star energy so that you could survive like the fame monster, as they say. Yeah, this is my collective that's like, you might have always wanted to be famous. You've been working towards that. Or like you're famous, but you're famous, maybe even just like in your community. But like, you know how like some people are DJs, right? But they're like local celebrities in New York, and like they're well known in some other like cities and like on a specific scene. Like they might be like internationally known, but like it's for a very specific scene. They're not like celebrities, you know? You might be like that. Or like an influencer. I do get the sense that very specifically one of you is like a fitness influencer or a beauty influencer or something like that. And you thought that that was all that really mattered. And like you realize that that's not all that really mattered. And actually it's made your life that much harder. I do think that you are somebody who has used law of attraction. You might be really into the law of attraction. You might be really, but you didn't understand the spiritual context that law of attraction, that The Secret, things like that come from. You didn't understand that, and you've had to have your ass handed to you for the karma that you've racked up from like doing law of magic and law of attraction and stuff like that, some of you. Because I do get the sense that you were just so focused on your external presentation and external reality that you like were not taking care of your inner life. And the blessings that I see coming for you is that you are coming out on the other side, and you are finally coming into full possession of what it is you're meant to do, who it is you're meant to be. Like your destiny is finally fulfilling, and you knew that like the little success that you got was not enough, but you didn't know what else you could do differently maybe, because you were doing all this like masculine manifestation stuff, but you were not doing the shadow work. You were not taking care of the inner life. Like I said, you had a lot of people who were like sycophants and hangers on and yes men, and people who were like, you had maybe a posse, you may be popular, even like this might be like, oh, you're popular in high school, but like it doesn't bring you any joy. It doesn't bring you fulfillment. It's because you're living a shallow life. It's like eating candy when really what you want is a full, like, nourishing meal. You know, you need soul food, not candy. And that's what you've been realizing, and you have been going through this ego death so that you can be less shallow and actually step into your sovereignty and possess your inner life and grow in your power in your inner life. And that's what's been happening for you. Like, you have probably been going through a lot of like emotional turmoil as you've been developing this form of consciousness and getting clear. And I'm just really happy to say that time is over for you. You need to start putting yourself first and taking care of yourself, considering how your inner child feel about things. It doesn't matter if other people like you or think that you're cool. Do you like you? Do you think that you're cool? Okay. When you have a solid inner life, you don't even need to do manifestation. You might be somebody who has been like, honestly, a poser. Like, you just have been like doing whatever to show off and to seem cool to others and to get others to like you. You might be codependent, actually. But you've been doing the work on yourself to become like, you were masking a lot to become your authentic self and divest from these mental programmings so you could be sovereign. And you just accept yourself for who you are now. You're no longer concerned with that vain, vapid stuff that has been keeping you prisoner, and you're creating a new life for yourself that is going to be like so much more stable. It was really like important for you to find yourself. That's what Spirit is letting me know. So I hope that this was helpful. I love you all truly and deeply, and I hope that this is affirming. That's another thing that I want to say, is I hope that this is affirming for you. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you on the flip side. Pile 3. These are your cards. 4 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and King of Swords in the reverse. I get the sense that you have had to like just be in control way too much. You might have been like hyper independent, and you're not able to like rely on anyone, not able to trust anyone, constantly having to be on red alert type shit. 4 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Yeah, you have had to like work hard your whole entire life to make things happen for you, and it's like barely even making ends meet. I do think that some of you are the kinds, like, your family has been self-sabotaging. Like, you may have had to take care of your parents. Like, you had to be the parent to your parent. You had to be the one. This is like, I've talked about this. I picked this up in readings before. This is like Andy in Pretty in Pink. Her dad, like, she has to be the responsible one. She has to wake up her dad so that he will like go get ready and go to a job interview. She has to find him the job interview. She has to get his clothes out for him because he's an alcoholic ever since her mom left. This might be you. Like, this might be the type of energy that you had in your life, where you've had to be like the over-parentified child. You might also be neurodivergent. But what I really pick up is that you just had to like always be on your P's and Q's. You may come from like a disenfranchised background. Maybe your family didn't really have money, didn't have access to the means of production. You may have gone without a lot as a young person. You might be the chosen one in your lineage who came to break all of these generational curses. And I do get the sense that you did that. And the blessing that's coming to you is you're not going to have to work so hard anymore. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to have to work so hard anymore. Like, whatever is coming to you from the work that you've so diligently done, like, I said before, like, you have accrued so much good karma that you're not going to have to put up with this shit anymore. You're going to have a soft life. It's like going to be carefree, where you never were you had all the cares in the world and no one was taking care of you. Whatever kind of help, whatever kind of support, whatever kind of love people gave, it always came with strings attached. I also get the sense that like nobody really appreciated like what you gave to them. Like, they did not appreciate your value. And and they didn't treat you with the due reverence and respect that you deserve. That's crazy, because that card came out in the other pile too. You may have had a lot of witchcraft done against you because people were jealous of you. It may just be, I'm saying just, it may be like some evil eye type shit, word curses and things like that. Like, you might have had like aunts and uncles, stepmother is what I'm hearing, step parents who like really wished the worst for you, didn't want you to be successful because they are jealous of your parents, or like they didn't want you to have a relationship with your parent or whatever. This reminds me of somebody who just like doesn't, like, they don't want their partner to have a relationship with their kid from a past marriage, and they will like do whatever to distract them from that relationship, you know? And you may have really felt the spirit that has been like attacking you is no longer going to be able to attack you anymore. That's what the blessing that you're coming into. Your inner child is going to get to rest. You're going to be able to live a good, wholesome, loving life of fulfillment and joy. And this is permanent. This peace is permanent. My grace is sufficient for you is what I'm hearing, which is it's not a proverb, but it is something that it's a biblical verse. My grace is sufficient for you, and that's what's happening for you, is that like this is God's grace is sufficient for you. You broke through all of these karmic curses that have been upon you, upon your family. You didn't make this. Like, you might be someone who your parent is like, they're mentally ill, or they are like a substance abuser. But either way, your parent just could not be there for you. I'm picking up definite neglect. I'm definitely picking up lack. They just didn't ever put you first. They never cared. And you always had to like make things work, and you may have been praying desperately for relief, and that is finally coming to you. You might need to go to like adult children of alcoholics and dysfunctional families. You might want to check that out, or other support groups for people who grew up in a dysfunctional life. Memento mori in the reverse. You've probably like, trigger warning here, and I'll flash my hand after I'm done saying it. You may have experienced a lot of SI because you were just like, I don't know how I'm gonna continue like moving on through life. Like, I can't deal with this. This is too much for one person. But you're not gonna have to deal with it on your own anymore. You're going to be able to like, you're getting the support that you need. You're getting the love that you deserve. You're getting the support that you need. You're not going to have to deal with these kinds of people or problems anymore in your life. Life is about to get so much easier for you, where like it was so hard just to make ends meet before. Like, that's not going to be how it is for you anymore. This is a life that you can't even believe. Like, you can't even believe. I do feel like it's like you have been spiritually attacked. You've been experiencing spiritual warfare. Seriously, you were never able to put yourself first, and now you're coming into a community, like an actual community of people who are going to put you first. Everyone in like divine union is what I'm hearing for you. You're not anymore gonna like, this is gonna make you forget about all of the ghosts of your past. Like, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy. Not all who wander are lost. Okay? And not all that glitters is gold, and not all that who wander are lost. People counted you out. They, like, always were, like, you were the underdog, and they always wanted you to remain as that. Okay? They never wanted you to do better. They never wanted you to change. They just wanted you to have this awful, loveless life forever, because they got something out of it. They got something out of your suffering. You may have been the black sheep of your family. Even though you were the best person in your fucking family, they scapegoated you because they knew that you would work hard regardless, and you would try hard regardless, because unforeseen blessings, freedom, Exactly. Like, you may be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with all of these motherfuckers. I'm done with these people, friend groups, jobs, what have you. You are done with it. You might want to go watch that video I have on destiny. They're trying to steal your destiny. I just posted this. But these people, this is them. They never wanted you. They know your potential, and they don't ever want you to reach it. So they're doing whatever. They're just like many people, everyone, most people, I would say, in your life. 90% of the people in your life are praying against you, like thinking malevolent thoughts against you. Like, they just want to fucking like kill your spirit. They talk trash about you. They tell you that you're never going to be worth anything. Nothing is ever good enough. You can't win for losing. And being in connection to these people, being in union with these people, even though you've never actually been, it's like oil and water. You're cut from a completely different cloth, but like being in proximity to these people has been degrading your life and corroding your ability to manifest. Now that you're getting away from these people, you just need to say no more. Don't ever, like, just decide that you're done. Tell God that you're done and really, really mean that. Set that intention that you're done and you want nothing to do with them moving forward, and watch how the blessings manifest. It is a road will be made for you. A road will be made for you immediately. That's what I want to say to you. Look, growth. You're coming out of that time. You're coming out of that paradigm. It's a consciousness shift. Okay? Your blessings are coming to you. Look, your blessings are coming to you. Just keep going and keep cutting these motherfuckers off. In order for you to get to a carefree place, you had to let go of those who were putting burdens upon you. Okay, I love you all truly and deeply. This pile, I feel like Spirit wants to say something. You've worked too hard. And it's because they have been degrading your energy. You haven't gotten what you've deserved because the people around you were preying upon you. This is your lesson. You've had to go through a glow up and a level up. Your ancestors have been helping you with this. Even your ancestors don't want you fucking with your family anymore, because they want you to get free so that you can rescue this bloodline and save the lineage. They're behind you 100% of the way. But what I'm picking up is you had to go on this glow up journey so that you would respect yourself enough and have boundaries enough. You may have struggled with codependency, enmeshment. You would respect yourself enough and love yourself enough for you to be able to get out of these relationships that have been draining you. And you need to see yourself clearly so that you can see that these people are of a lower frequency than you, which means water finds its own level. What's going to happen is I'll tell y'all like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's say that you both, person A and person B, your consciousness has always been here. Their consciousness has always been here. When you were living in your circumstances that made you believe that you were maybe, you believed that you were around, let's say, here. But really, you weren't actually there. You've always been up here, but you believed that you were here. Or you maybe even believed that, y'all were on, let's say that your consciousness was always here. Their consciousness is at most here. But y'all were both in this space for whatever reason. Then y'all got to be about, because of having proximity to you, they were able to go here. But the thing is, you were going like this. They saw that you were going to surpass them, and they didn't want that. They saw you for being here, despite the fact that your material circumstances made you think that you were here. They were here, and they always saw that you were up here. Or maybe they were here. You thought that you were here, but you were really here. This is really complicated to explain. Basically, you thought you were here, but you were really here. But this is your potential. You had a lower self-worth, but you were here, and this was your potential. Maybe they were like here. They've always looked up to you. And because you thought that you were here, you thought that y'all were like equal playing field. But the thing is, you quantum leap. They go one step at a time. So they know that if you continue to progress and get to where you actually belong, that you're going to leave them behind. Because if they're here at 8, let's say that they can only be within 2. Like if you move to 12, if you even move to 11, they're not going to be able to stay around you. All right. So we're figuring this out as we go. Y'all are figuring this out with me. I know it, but I'm trying to make it like so that y'all can understand. They know that you're at 10. They're in this range. They're in this range. But you think that you're like at 5, or you think that you're at 6. They know that you can go all the way. And you know that you can go all the way, but you don't really have faith in yourself. You think it's much further away than it really is. Because you think that you're at like 5 or 6, to be honest. You may have, when you met them, you may have even thought that you were at 5. In reality, you've always been better than them. Well, you've always had higher potential than them, but you were still in this range with them. You may have been at 8, but you thought that you were at 5. And so they knew that you were at 10, and at any moment, like all it took was a little bit for you to get to 15. They know that they can't go to 15. So they want to do anything to keep you in this realm so that they can stay in proximity to you, because you are the light in their life. The moment that you get to 11, they know that they'll never be able to interact with you again, because they're never going past 11. In fact, they're so even afraid of getting to 10 that they are honestly regressing. This is about spiritual rank, by the way. You think that you're going to go from 10 to 11? No. They also know that you're not going to go from 10 to 11. You're going to go all the way. And they're doing whatever they can to keep you from crossing over. These people and this person, they do not want what's best for you. And you need to be done with them completely, and don't even feel bad about it. Don't feel fucking bad about it whatsoever. They are providing you the kindling to burn this relationship. So you better not be afraid to remove cords. Do a candle removal of cords. I hope that they see they don't want good things for you. They absolutely do not. Whoever it is, whatever it is, get away from them. If they remind you of your toxic childhood in any capacity, or if they're from your toxic childhood in any capacity, get the fuck away from them all the way. You shouldn't be interacting with anything from your toxic childhood. It's like you grew up around people like this, so you thought that you were down here, but you've always been up here. They had to work their ass off just to get here. Just to get even to 6 at all. and they're happy at just like, they're just like, nope, I'm not doing any more work. I'm not going to progress. I'm not going to do more. You can't take everybody with you. That's what this is. Oh yeah, God, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. That's what they want you to know. You can't take everyone with you, and they are not capable of going with you, nor do they want to. But they know that they don't have what it takes. They know that. You have to admit that to yourself. All right, I love you all truly and deeply. I hope that this was helpful. I know that like that was a little bit convoluted, but when I break down exactly like how to describe that to y'all, I'm sure that you kind of get the gist. Like I said, like you grew up around this, but you always knew that you were not like the people that you grew up around, but you still attached yourself to that. Now that you've let go of the hometown energy, like they see you divesting from that, and they know that they're next, because the only reason that you were connected to them is because there was some sort of dynamic replicating in that relationship from your previous experience. It's a wrap. This is the last person that you need to let go of for you to move forward. This person is demonically possessed, and it's powers and principalities. They are being worked through to attack you and steal your destiny. 100%. It's over for them. It's over for you. This is the end. I love you all truly and deeply. I'm so excited for you to get free. Finally, you're not going to have any more headaches. You're not going to have to think so hard anymore. You're not going to have to be so cutthroat. And you're not going to have to constantly be thinking about your boundaries. And that is because you are in your sovereignty. You just have to keep on making these decisions a little bit longer, and like, it's already here. It's already here. Just stay in your truth, stand in your integrity, stand on business. That's what, like, you got this. I love you so much, and I hope that these were helpful. If you watched to the end, go ahead and follow my newsletter, the Mysteries. It is the premium tier of my newsletter, the channel. And you get weekly insights and astral insights, monthly astral insights, and we do a lot of esoteric deep dives and things like that. Look at this. Exactly. No more headaches. Everything that you've been working for is coming to you. You just need to be like, who the fuck am I? Like, why am I dealing with this? Your self-concept is immaculate at this point. I'm so happy for you. Don't ever let anybody play you. That's what I gotta say. Don't ever play yourself, DJ Khaled. But yeah, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the flip side. Take care.